What's up, guys? Welcome. Crypto FUD. All right, let's jump right into this. So, just a quick update on Fetch.AI. So, Fetch.AI has been going on an insane run. This chart looks amazing, honestly. A couple things that I did want to just point out. I know a lot of people that watch the channel are invested in Fetch.AI, which is honestly, I feel like that is going to be nothing but a positive thing when we get into a solid bull market. I really have some big predictions on Fetch AI and what I think it could possibly get to in a full blown bull market, right? So right now we are sitting at around right under that 70 cents mark. We're at the 69.8 cents. Fetch AI did make a top right here, a local top at right under this 80-cent mark. It was like right under it, 79.5 cents, right? You can basically say it almost tested that spot twice, right? And then it could not break it. It got rejected, which is perfectly fine. I think if let's say let's just put out a scenario. Imagine if Bitcoin was up to about 48,000 right now. I wouldn't doubt in my mind that Fetch would probably be somewhere around $1. But the fact that Bitcoin is having the last like week or two, we've been having like this period of time where Bitcoin is just setting up for possibly a big run, right? It's been getting rejected at that 45,000 mark. Now we really can't even top the 44. So I mean, it's just really been consolidating between like 42 and 43,000. And usually when you see Bitcoin doing that, usually when you see Bitcoin kind of hovering around in these little this in a tight range, usually indicates that there's going to be some kind of a big move coming. Not necessarily saying it's going to be a big move towards the upside. I think that's what's happening because we do have a lot of things that are coming in 2024 that are going to be very bullish for the crypto market, especially for Bitcoin. And with that being said, I think that Fetch is going to definitely start going on another run as soon as Bitcoin can really figure out what it wants to do, right? So right now, like I said, we are currently sitting around that 69, right under the 70-cent mark. A couple of things I did want to point out was you can see we have four SMA moving averages, right? We have the 200, we have the 100, 50, and this yellow line is going to be your 20-day SMA moving average, right? Well, you can see we did break technically the 150 and the 20-day, right? Usually that is a bearish sign for a temporary like short term, right? You can see that we broke the 20 and the 50-day particularly, and we were just basically hitting our head on it. A lot of times when we're moving up, we're going to go parallel and we're going to be above those moving averages, usually using the moving averages as some support. But when we break through, sometimes it can cause some kind of a bearish move with the particular project. Now you can see when we were on our way up, we were above all the moving averages, right? But particularly this 20-day moving average will usually hug right next to the price range because it's only a 20-day moving average, right? Well, you see we broke the 20-day right here, but you see we actually bounced right off that 50-day and it brought us right back up above the 20-day. And you can see we just basically went parallel, broke a little bit under it a couple times, but we quickly jumped right above it and was really hovering over. You can see right here we were sitting under the 20-day but above the 50-day, and it really didn't cause us to do much. We were kind of consolidating in this time right here, and then finally we got some confirmation, a couple of green candles above that 20-day that we broke, and that's when we made this local high right here at about 80 cents. Well, since then we flipped both the 20 and the 50-day, and you can see right when we flipped it, we got confirmation that we were not going to break the 20-day and the 50-day. You can see we formed this nice red candle and actually bounced right at the 100-day. Well, since then, we have broke the 100-day as well. You can see we are hitting our head right on this 100-day moving average. We broke over a couple times, but you can see it quickly was just rejected and moved right under the 100-day moving average. So what I'm basically getting to is right now, this isn't a Fetch AI particular thing. I think it's a lot of the altcoins right now, particularly like even Solana that's been pumping like crazy, has been kind of going and retesting certain levels. Yesterday, Solana was retesting $100. It was down from a local high of $126, right? So you can see that was a 20% drop for Solana. Now it's kind of back above 100, but it's not far above it. And I think that's what's happening for a lot of these projects. They're basically cooling off right now, and maybe giving you an opportunity to continue to add to your bag for this bull run that we're going to be entering in 2024. Now, If I was to be sitting on the sidelines waiting for a pivotal spot for me to maybe jump in or add to my bag, I would say I would be watching right now to see what we're going to do as far as this 100-day moving average. The 100-day moving average is around 70, right over 70 cents, right? 70.2. Like I said, we're sitting at 69.5 cents, so it's not far from it, but it keeps just hitting its head right on that moving average, which is telling me that we might have a little bit more pain ahead of us as far as for fetch. And we might end up coming and retesting some of these spots right here, like 65 cents stands out as a big spot as far as some support. I would see maybe 65 cents. And if things maybe get a little froggy, possibly coming down towards that 60 cents, which would meet up with the 200-day moving average. And I'm just throwing those out because if we do break some of these spots, those are going to be pivotal spots that we're going to see as some support for fetch and could be a good spot to maybe accumulate or add to your bag, whatever the case may be. Obviously, I'm not giving out financial advice, but I'm just here, pointing out little indicators that I see on the charts for fetch. So, but for right now, I am temporarily bearish for fetch, just a temporary, because a long term, very, very bullish on fetch. Very, very bullish. If you guys know, you've been following the channel, I definitely am a big believer that Fetch.AI is going to be a big player in this game. Autonomous blockchain, you can't beat it. This is like one of the leaders for the crypto as far as AI projects. Now, as far as us getting above these 20 and the 50-day, if we can maybe retest these levels a couple times, we might be able to break it. But obviously, we'd have to see Bitcoin really making a move. And right now, Bitcoin's sitting at around 42.3 right now. It did have a nice red candle that it formed today. So the markets, like I said, this has been happening for the last like week where we've been in these little swings where we just go up to about 43, maybe 43.5, and we get rejected back down to around 42, and it's the same day. But usually when we're trading in that tight range, something big is going to be happening. So we'll have to see how it goes. We do have New Year's coming. Holidays are still around, so a lot of traders might not be still involved in the markets right now. So I think, like I said, once we get into 2024, we have the ETFs at the beginning of January that are most likely going to be approved. I'm thinking that we're going to see some big moves with a couple cool off periods in between some of these big moves. So make sure you guys hit that like for the algorithm for Fetch.AI, bring maybe some new eyes into the project, and make sure you have hit that subscribe so you guys can stay alert whenever I do post videos. And every day, about 5 or 6 p.m., we are going live, and we can sit here and watch Fetch.AI along with some of the other big projects that we do cover. Other than that, guys, thank you so much.